Hi everyone, this is an introduction to Kalpana Swaras. It's one of the creative techniques, it's one of the Manodharmam techniques in Carnatic music. And this video is going to be a short description of the rules that you have to stick to when you sing Kalpana Swaras and how to start practicing Kalpana Swaras as a beginner. So Kalpana Swaras would be sung as notes. It's not an alap. It wouldn't sound like it's going to sound as notes, the swaras. Gama pada pama gama gari sani. So that's swaras. That's how you sing it. So that's the first thing to keep in mind. The other thing is Kalpana Swaras are sung to a song. So let's take Deva Deva Kalayamide. It's a composition in Maya Malava Gaula Raga and set to Rupaka Tala. So I'll just sing the song just a little bit so you have an idea. Deva Deva Kalayamide Charanambuja Sevanam. Deva Deva Kalayamide. So let's use these lines as an example for this discussion, for this video, so we can use this, these two lines to sing Kalpana Swaras. It's usually sung at the end of the song. So you can use the lines from Anupallavi or Charanam or Pallavi. When you're practicing, you can use all these different, spaces in the song to just get used to singing swaras to different regions. But when you choose to present a song, you usually choose something where the swaras would fit really well for either the lyrics or the aesthetic of the sahityam and the swaras, if how they fall in place there. So that's when you present. But when you practice, you can use all these different different lines of the same song to just get more comfortable with using different spots for Kalpana Swaras. So let's talk about the basic rules you need to stick to when you sing a Kalpana Swara. One is you have to stick to the raga. So if this song is set to Maya Mala Gaula Raga, your Kalpana Swaras will all be in Maya Mala Gaula. The second thing is this song is also set to Rupaka Tala. That's the rhythm. So you will stick to the Tala cycle. And the other critical point is this, so if you choose this line, Deva Deva Kalayamide, it starts from the Samam, which is the beat, the first beat of Rupaka Talam. Deva Deva. So you have to end all your swaras at the end of this beat. So you can start your sahitya here. So that's the rhythm aspect of where you should stop the swara. The aesthetic, the swara aspect of it is that since it starts on sa, Deva Deva, that sahityam is in sa. So you have to end it either in Ri or Ni to make it aesthetically more pleasant. As an example, let's take this. Gama Gari Sani Deva. So what I did was, I was in Maya Mala Gaula Ragam, I was in Rupaka Talam, and I ended it here at the end of Gama Gari Sani De. So I ended it here so I could start the song, at the beat, and I also ended it at Ni. So I can start it Sa, Deva. So these are all just, cues to keep in mind when you sing a swara. Depending on what line you choose, what song you choose, the raga, the tala, and where the samam is, or where basically the edip is, like where you start the song, that's going to change. And you have to set how you sing according to that. But this will change with each song, each raga. But these are the basic rules, and you can follow this to sing for any raga, any song. So that's how to start, what the rules are. And once you start practicing, you can you try singing just one tala and the first speed. So the first speed for this song is going to have 6 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you start from, if you use the whole cycle. You can also use half the cycle, just a couple of notes, 1, 2, so you can leave the first 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. So as an example, let's sing a swara that has 6 notes and that has 4 notes to show you that we can, it doesn't have to be a full cycle. Ga ma ga re sa ni. Again, I'm using the same example, but this has 6 notes. And Deva Deva ma ga re ni Deva Deva. So that had just 4 notes. So what I'm trying to get at is you can use one talam. You don't have to use the whole cycle. You can use that cycle and use multiple combinations. So you can come up with more and more ideas to end it in a certain, end it on the beat. And what you can do is take a paper, take a pencil, just write down all the combinations. Let's try some here. I tried the Gamma Gari Sani multiple times, so let's try more. Gamma Gari Sani Deva Deva Da Pa Pa Ma Gari Deva Deva Ni Ra Pa Ma Gari Deva Deva. So I'm either ending at Ni or Re and using the whole cycle. We could also use just half of the cycle as we are singing. So Deva Deva Ma Gari Ni Deva Deva Gari Re Sa Ni Deva Deva. So what you can do is just write down as many combinations as you can come up with, and that will help you not be tensed to reach the spot when you're singing Kalpana Swaram. So when you sing a longer Swaram, you'll be more confident that you can just come back to the place and start the song. So once you've tried multiple one cycle swaras, you can move on to a longer swara. What that will help you with is coming up with ideas to sing a longer swara and not be very worried about landing on the space. Let's try one here. Pada pa ma pada pa ma da pa ma ga ga ma ni da pa ma ga ga ma da pa ma ga re deva deva. So this was an example of using multiple cycles, singing a longer swara, making it, giving it accessorizing the swaras more, enhancing it more, and then coming back to the edip of the song. Once you are more comfortable with the first kala, you can move on to the second kala. For this tala, that would be 12 beats per cycle, 12 notes. So Gama Pada Pama Gama Gari Sani Deva Deva. And this would offer you a lot more space to try out multiple combinations. Now we have 12 notes instead of 6 notes, which the first kala had. So you can come up with more combinations. Gama Pada Pama Gama Gari Sani Deva Deva Pada Nida Pama Gama Gari Sani Deva Deva Sari Gari Gama Gama Gari Sani Deva. So these are all just to show you that you can come up with multiple combinations of the swaras for just one cycle, and then you can, once you are comfortable with landing on the spot, you can move on to longer swaras in the second column itself. Let's try an example here. Pada da pa ma pada pa ma pada pa ma ga ga ma da da pa pa ma ga ga ma pada pa ma pada da pa ma ga ma ni da ni pa da ma pa ga ma ga da pa da ma pa ma ni da pa ma ga ma pada pa ma da pa ma ga ri sa ni deva deva. And then you can, once you get more comfortable with singing swaras, landing on the spot, being creative with coming up with new ideas, what you can do is make sure that it's not a 4-4 split, it's a 3 and 5 split or a 3 and 3 split. And what I mean by that is, instead of saying ga ma pa da pa ma ga ri, you could do ga ma pa da pa ma ga ri, and it's basically the same amount of length, but it sounds better when you're singing a swara. So instead of singing pa da pa ma ga ma ga ri, you could split the same thing as pa da pa ma ga ri de. So it enhances the feel of it. So make sure you split it that way. So these are all. So this is sort of more advanced. I'm giving you an idea of how to gradually learn to sing swaras and how to gradually practice. listening surely helps. Listen to a lot of people who sing, with concert recordings where they have sung swaras. Practice a lot. This takes, months, years to gradually, get into it and then get better at. And as you keep singing, as you keep listening, get more ideas. You get, you get more comfortable, so you can be more creative. So the beauty of, I guess, the creative aspects in classical, especially Carnatic classical, since you're talking about that, is there are frameworks, and then you have to be creative within the framework. So once you're more comfortable with the rules, it allows you to be more creative. So it's a journey that you take. Well, all the best with trying out swaras and getting better at it.